Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're all very welcome. My name is Terry Toomey, and I'll be your Master of Ceremonies for today. This conferring ceremony is streaming live on the internet, so if there's anybody who couldn't make it this morning, if you send them a text now before I ask you to turn off your phone, then they could watch it on the internet. A couple of housekeeping matters. There are 7 emergency exits from this auditorium. One to the left and one to the right of the stage, 2 in each of the glass walls to the side, and one at the back where you just came in earlier on. Before we begin the formal conferring ceremonies, could I ask you to please switch off your mobile phone? Thank you. The formal proceedings today begin with the academic procession. I now invite you to please stand for the academic procession. Please be seated. I will begin by introducing the members of the conferring panel to you. To my right is Mr. Tony Brazel, member of the governing body of Limerick Institute of Technology. In the centre is Professor Vincent Canaan, President of Limerick Institute of Technology. And finally, Mr. Pascal Meehan, Head of the Faculty of Applied Science, Engineering and Technology. I now call on Mr. Tony Brazel, member of the governing body of Limerick Institute of Technology, to address you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In the name of the governing body and in the name of the chairman of the board of the governing body, Mr. Niall Green, I welcome each and every one of you to this very auspicious occasion. It's a very, very landmark day in the lives of all those who are graduating, and for your families and for your friends. It's also an opportunity for the rest of us to share a little of the satisfaction which each of you rightly feels about having successfully completed your course. In celebrating this achievement, it's important to recognise those who have helped you along the way, and without them, your success might not have been possible, but would certainly have been more difficult. For the vast majority of you, the influence, the encouragement, the support, and in many cases, the sacrifice of your families has been crucial. Without that solidarity, you would not have been able to benefit from the dedicated efforts that the teaching and support staff of the Institute have put into your education and training, and more widely into your development as people and citizens. The friendships you have made are an important resource for your future lives. You have helped each other through the past few years, and an effort to maintain these links is well worthwhile. Social, business, political and interest group networks are increasingly important in all our lives. They are all the better when they are based on the friendships and mutual support forged while here in college. Those of you who graduate today are part of the most highly educated generation that Ireland has known, and you are emerging from an educational system at a time when employment opportunities in Ireland are expanding rapidly. I don't have to remind you, as you read in the papers and listen to the radio, the large number of jobs that have been coming to the country, and particularly to the Midwest. And the great thing about that is that most of those jobs are in areas that are eminently suitable for graduates of LIT. So you're coming out into the marketplace at a great time in the employment history of the country. It's true that not all sections of our society and not all parts of the country are feeling the positive effects of the return to growth to that same extent. This is a challenge for all of us, from government down. Growth and expansion has certainly been felt by those seeking employment in the medium and high-tech sectors, and particularly here in the Midwest. And those who see their occupational future in the various public services in the cultural and service sectors are also beginning to see an improvement in their fortunes as demand in the economy and taxation revenues rise. Half of our entire workforce comprises people with third-level educations, and they have much higher employment levels and significantly higher lifetime earnings than those who have been less fortunate educationally. I think that's something that is well worth remembering. There's still a challenge in youth unemployment, and this institution, in tandem with LIT and Mary Immaculate, are working to find ways that we can help to lift that situation. And particularly, we are looking very seriously at getting very directly involved in apprenticeship and apprenticeship training, so that we can be seen to play a full part and allow everyone to enjoy the benefits of our economic future. It's vital that the skills that you've developed here at LIT are used not just for your own benefit, but also to contribute to the building of a society which extends the fruits of modern civilization to all our citizens. It only just remains for me now to say a big thank you to all those associated with the graduates who have helped them in their journey this far, to congratulate them and to wish them every success in a very bright future. Thank you.
I now call on Mr. Pascal Meehan, Head of the Faculty of Applied Science, Engineering and Technology, to address you.
Good morning, everybody. You're all very welcome to our graduation for 2017. It's the first of 3 sessions that we're having today for our Faculty of Applied Science, Engineering and Technology. And we're leading off today with the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. You know, in this session we have 160 people graduating, and that's out of a total of 641 for the faculty during the course of the day. And great prospects open up in front of you. So let's just savor the moment, right? It's an absolutely wonderful day for you and for your family and for your friends, and it's the culmination of a lot of hard work, a lot of very, very hard work. And you have earned the right to be here. So I want to start by offering you my heartiest congratulations, and the congratulations of all of our staff on the achievement of the award that you will be presented with this morning. We are currently finalising a new strategic plan for the Institute to bring us up to 2022, and plans and ambitions, they change and they evolve over time. But our underlying philosophy stays the same, and that's active learning. And we do that very, very well. You are the beneficiaries of that philosophy. You are independent learners, and you have the skills to undertake what will be essential lifelong learning as your career develops. So, congratulations on being capable and confident people who will go on to enjoy life and success in your chosen careers. You have been empowered through education. An opportunity awaits. Last week I was at a meeting, it was a Limerick for Engineering event, and it was attended by, there was about 30 CEOs and VPs, etc., representing the best of foreign investment and indigenous companies in our region. Men and women who have made it big time in their careers, you know, the large salaries, the great share options, the world travel, and of course a few responsibilities. So I thought, you know, they had a graduation day, just like you today, and they're now at the top of their field. So I asked them, a few of them over a cup of coffee, I said, would they know if a young graduate would have what it takes to get to the top, even if they were only in their company for a year or two? And they were absolutely unanimous. They said, yes, definitely, we would. We'd recognise that. We would recognise that X factor very, very quickly. And a lot of companies, once they recognise that X factor, single it out and nurture it. So I said, how would you know? And they said, well, it's very easy actually. It's those who take ownership and responsibility for a task. Those who are prepared to take a risk. Those who aren't afraid to fail. They said, in particular, it was those who would volunteer to go outside their comfort zone. Those who would embrace change. They were the ones who would be chosen. So don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid to move out your comfort zone. Today, the faculty are very proud to be conferring 3 doctorates and 2 masters by research. 2 of the PhDs, Olina Madden and Sarah McMahon, and 1 master's, Emily Panter, will be conferred later in the Department of Applied Science. And in particular, I would like to congratulate 2 staff members, Adrian Chaplin and Gerard Hartigan, who will be graduating with a PhD and a Master's by research even later this afternoon. I am delighted to be able to say that we have seen a significant increase in research funding, diversity of projects, and growth in our research groups and centres. But we also take great pride in our apprenticeships, and 2 of our apprentice electricians, Brendan Muldowney and Darren Nichols, have won the Ireland Skills National Competition in industrial control and electrical installations. And Brendan went on to complete the World Skills in Dubai last month. And this is the 3rd year in a row that we have won the national skills, and what it shows is that we in LIT excel in imparting skills as well as knowledge. Our faculty continues to actively and enthusiastically engage with our stakeholders. We are leaders in engagement with regional industries through Limerick for Engineering and Limerick for IT. That's how we are so well informed about the requirements of new and well-established industries, so the skills and knowledge we impart in our programs, they're truly relevant. We provide bespoke programs for individual industries, and we rise to every challenge to improve the competitiveness of our region and to ensure the pipeline of quality employment to our region continues to flow. STEAM is where it's at. Science, technology, engineering, arts and maths. I know I'm speaking to the converted. You are all graduating with a STEAM award, but it's true. The career prospects have never been better, And in the world of constant personal development that you are entering, you can be assured of great careers. To keep this pipeline going, we are working very closely with second-level schools and the colleges of further education to support them in aspects of their course delivery and to inform them of the employment and career prospects in the world of STEAM. You will have heard that the Minister for Education and Skills announced that LIT has been successful in our application for funding for a new €20 million applied science and information technology building here on this Moylish campus. And this investment is an additional to the €14 million approved for phase 1 of the new Kuna Engineering Campus. So, in 3 years' time, this institute, and in particular this faculty, will have state-of-the-art resources to deliver the best education and learning experience. Now, I just want to take the opportunity to say a few words in recognition of our staff here in the faculty, our committed academic staff, our technical and support staff, and of course our fantastic administration staff. Katie, Catherine and Stacey have looked after you very, very well. They were always there to look out for you. And every year, I leave this paragraph in because it can't be emphasised enough, and that's this: the greatest attribute of our staff across the board is the fact that they are so student focused. They really do care and they have great empathy. They are working with and for students, and that makes all the difference to your learning experience here in LIT. I also just want to take a moment to remember John Dillon. John was a member of staff in the Department of Mechanical and Automobile Engineering, and John passed away in May, having given many years of excellent service to our students. And our thoughts and prayers are with his family today. Now, I thank all the staff on your behalf for their commitment, their enthusiasm and their dedication, and I would like to give you this opportunity to show your appreciation to the team. And to the parents, family, partners, friends, children of our graduates, your practical, financial and emotional support and your encouragement through the odd difficult patch, they've played a crucial role in achieving the success that we celebrate here today, and you must all be extremely proud. But can I just remind parents in particular of the LIT tradition that the first paycheck of our graduates is handed over to the parents with a thank you note and a bottle of champagne. So you have that to look forward to. Back to yourselves, our graduates. Thank you for having chosen LIT for your education. I congratulate you on your success. You deserve it. Well done.
I now call on the President, Professor Vincent Cannan, to formally confer the LIT Awards on the graduates.
Harcioni Institute, Brunum da Noctani, Foglamuri, the Institute, Atataration Cagdan Shin, Awanchamak. Augusirum Gukurfer, the Filamuri, Imalahar, Kunabar, a Horchdev Gofermul. On behalf of the Institute, I hereby confer awards on the learners of the Institute who have achieved the standard for those awards, and I ask that those learners be presented to me so that I may formally present them with their parchment.
I now call on the President, Professor Vincent Cannan, to present the parchments. And I invite Head of the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Dr. Francis Hardiman, to announce the students.
President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses in the Faculty of Applied Science, Engineering and IT, Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, and are worthy of the award Bachelor of Engineering in Electronic Engineering, and I request that you present their parchments to them. Brian Ahern. Ali Sualam Hamid Al Mawali. Abdul Salam Muslim Kamis Al Orami. Cathal Deegan. Simon McCarthy. Derek Parrott. Paddy Rowan. Eamon Ryan. John Ryan. President, I present you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses and are worthy of the award Bachelor of Science Honours in Electronic Systems, and I request you to present their parchments to them. Daniel Ahern. Dafir Alani. Nathie Brennan. Martin Cotter in absentia. Conor Downs. Mark Goff. Michael Hallinan. Damien Hogan. Ergo Kanika. Darius Kulikowski in absentia. Leonard Martin in absentia. Ratis Matisens. Pádraig Moran. Sean Murphy. Alan O'Connell. Eamon O'Connor in absentia. Colin Purcell in absentia. Patrick Ronan. Adam Ryan. Sean Ryan. Macdara Sullivan. Seamus Taylor in absentia. Moira Anya Wallace. John Walsh in absentia. President, I present you the following candidates who successfully completed courses and are worthy of the award Bachelor of Engineering in Industrial Automation and Robotic Systems, and I request you to present their parchments to them. Kieran Flaherty. Derek Gardner McInerney. Dara George. Bartholomew Marchek. Oisin O'Gorman. Keith O'Mahony. Shane O'Sullivan. Owen Sheehan. Brad Spicer. Sandor Toth in absentia. President, I present to you the following candidate who has successfully completed courses and is worthy of the award of National Diploma in Engineering in Automation and Control Technology. And I request you to present his parchment to him. Colm Quilligan in absentia. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses and are worthy of the award Bachelor of Science in Renewable and Electrical Energy Systems, and I request you to present their parchments to them. Al-Mutaz Ahmed Ali Salim Al-Musururi. Abdullah Saif Abdullah Al-Ruwahi. Adam Boyle. William Byrne. Adrian Cleary. Sean Cronin. Colm Cudahy in absentia. Shane Finn in absentia. Kevin Fitzpatrick in absentia. Niall Histon. Damien McCarthy in absentia. Brian Murphy. Stephen O'Connell. Jamie O'Mahony. Brian O'Riordan. Liam O'Sullivan. Peter Creeley in absentia. Niall Tiernan. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses and are worthy of the award Bachelor of Science Honours in Sustainable Electrical Power Systems, and I request you to present their parchment to them. Emeka Alumalu. Dale Fitzgerald. Brendan Lenihan. James Lynham in absentia. Damien McCurry. John O'Brien. Donald O'Donoghue. Owen O'Mara. Raymond O'Shea in absentia. Daniel Ryan. Andrew Shanaher in absentia. President, I present to you the following candidates who successfully completed courses and are worthy of the award Bachelor of Engineering in Industrial Electrical Engineering, and I request you to present the parchments to them. Shane Barry. Joseph Campion in absentia. Dara Culbert. Diarmuid McLaughlin in absentia. Shane Quinlan. President, I present to you the following candidate who has successfully completed courses in the department and is worthy of the award Higher Certificate in Science in Music Technology and Production, and I request you to present his parchment to him. Garrod Hanley. President, I present to you the following candidates who successfully completed courses and are worthy of the award Bachelor of Science in Music Technology and Production, and I request you to present their parchments to them. Christopher Adams. Robbie Bailey. Marco Braz. Timothy Butler. Anthony Byrne. Paul Byrne in absentia. Derek Clifford Cronin. Keith Coonahan. James Croak. Adrian Falvey. Noel Foley. Stephen Hanlon. Oisin Holzinger. Riziard Idziak. Rakaya Jeder. Diarmuid O'Kane. Sam Phillips in absentia. Ryan Quinlan. Keenan Ryan in absentia. Owen Salmon. David Skeel in absentia. Jake White. President, I present to you the following candidates who successfully completed courses and are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Science Honours in Music Production. And I request you to present their parchments to them. Adam Alcock. Owen Barry. Patrick Barry in absentia. Tyke Butler in absentia. Jamie Fitzgerald in absentia. Adrian Hogan. Fionn Hurley. Amy Kennedy. Shamek Klatchek. Matthew Lamming. Andrew McCarthy. Brian McHenry in absentia. Gary McAvoy in absentia. Kevin McGlynn. Julianne Murray. Ronan O'Congala. Patrick O'Connor. Brian Underwood. Nathan Walsh. Rizet Wozniak. President, I present to you the following candidates who successfully completed courses and are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Science in Video and Sound Technology, and I request you to present their parchments to them. Kerry Ahern. Anna Feeney. Katie Hughes. Fiachra Jat Gallagher. Ger Kennedy. Keith Maloney in absentia. Jennifer Murphy. John O'Shea. Dylan Reid. Philip Shanahan. Jack Ward. President, to present you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses and are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Science Honours in Audio and Video Production, and I request you to present their parchments to them. David Carmody. Dominic Gralla. Marie Harrigan. Jake Kennedy. Leah McCann. Adam Moylan, in absentia, Killian Murphy. Darren O'Carroll, in absentia, Lorcan O'Connor, in absentia, Owen O'Neill. President, I present you the following candidates who successfully completed courses and are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Engineering in Manufacturing Technology, and I request you to present their parchments to them. Phelan Begley. Barry McNamara. Brian Murphy. Porrick Nocton. Declan O'Loughlin. Michael O'Mahony. Andreas Ott, in absentia, Edward Quinn. Claude Vivier. Mark Ryan, in absentia, Noel Ryan. Raymond Smith. Robert Young. President, I present you the following candidates who successfully completed courses and are worthy of the award Bachelor of Engineering in Electrical Technology, and I request you to present their parchments to them. Michael Dowling, in absentia, Barry Hartnett. Mark Kelly, in absentia, Dennis O'Donoghue. Kevin Shanahan. Thank you.
We come now to the special awards ceremony for outstanding achievement, and I invite the President and the member of the governing body to present those awards. Our first award today is the Analog Devices BV Award, presented by Terry Ryan of Analog Devices. The Analog Devices BV Award is for excellence on the Bachelor of Engineering in Electronic Engineering, and the award goes to Brian Ahern. We have a second award this year from Analog Devices, the Analog Devices BV Award for Excellence on the Bachelor of Science Honours in Electronic Systems. And the award goes to Mark Goff. The next award is the Modular Automation Award, presented by Conan McKiernan of Modular Automation. The Modular Automation Award is for excellence on the Bachelor of Engineering in Industrial Automation and Robotic Systems. And the award goes to Shane O'Sullivan. Our next award is the Allied Irish Bank's Green Initiative Award, presented by Sinead Lavin of AIB. Sinead isn't here, is she? Okay, so I'm going to call on Pascal Meehan then to present the award. The Allied Irish Bank's Green Initiative Award is for excellence on the Bachelor of Science in Renewable and Electrical Energy Systems. And the Allied Irish Bank's Green Initiative Award goes to Liam O'Sullivan. Our next award is the Domain Award, presented by Paul Cronin of Domain. The Domain Award is for excellence on the Bachelor of Science Honours in Sustainable Electrical Power Systems. And this year's Domain Award goes to Damien McCurry. Our next award is the Kerry Group Award, presented by Seamus Lloyd of Kerry Group. The Kerry Group Award is for excellence on the Bachelor of Engineering in Industrial Electrical Engineering. And this year's award goes to Shane Barry. The next award is the Maplin Award, presented by Pascal Meehan of LIT. The Maplin Award is for excellence on the Bachelor of Science honours in audio and video production. And the Maplin Award goes to Dominique Grala. Our next award is the Spin Southwest Award, presented by Nessa McGann of Spin Southwest. The Spin Southwest Award is for excellence on the Bachelor of Science in Music Technology and Production. And the Spin Southwest Award goes to Rokaya Jedir. Our next award is the Steamboat Music Award, presented by Pascal Meehan of LIT. The Steamboat Music Award is for excellence on the Bachelor of Science honours in music production. And the Steamboat Music Award goes to Matthew Lamming. Our final award this morning is the Stryker Orthopaedics Award, presented by Michael O'Mahony of Stryker. The Stryker Orthopaedics Award is for overall excellence in engineering. And this year's award goes to Ergo Canica. I now call on the President of Limerick Institute of Technology, Professor Vincent Cannan, to address you.
Akarja, ta ahas an dom arbave and shahanu, August Bawaila Maked Mila Falcha, Korarv Galer. Friends, you're very welcome here today. You think that you're at the end of the proceedings, but you're going to have to listen to me for some time. So settle back, relax, and your reward at the end will be some tea, coffee, and stuff like that. But there are some important points I'd like to get across at this time of the year, so that you and others in other systems, political and others, hear what is happening and what is needed. But today is primarily about recognising our new graduates who have struggled through and made it to the end. It's a very special day for you, a special day for your families, but it's also a very special day for LIT. These are the days that reveal to us the value of the work that everyone here has put in over a period of years for you, the graduates, your families, and indeed the staff of LIT. This is the one time that we come together as a single community to recognise our own for the commitment, ability, and indeed perseverance you have shown in getting to this stage. So to the parents, the guardians, the spouses, the families of the graduates, I also say heartiest congratulations to you. You too are part of our community. And I'm sure there were times when you didn't think this day would come. But it has, very thankfully. As Pascal has already pointed out, but perhaps the graduates could now stand up, turn to your families and give those families a well-deserved round of applause. So I'd ask the graduates to acknowledge their Excellent. So you are graduates. You've received your education from an institution whose roots in technical and artistic education go right back to the foundation of the Limerick Athenaeum in 1856. So you now join a long line of graduates who have gone before you to take their place in society, and also those who have helped to shape that society. This is the proud legacy that you can take with you now. This is something that you can take great pride in. Now, this ceremony marks the transition point for you from being part of our student community to being part of the community of LIT graduates. I know the staff here behind me are very, very proud of you, as indeed I am very proud of you. And I hope you share that pride, and that your families and your community share that pride too. And I would also, as Pascal has already said, I'd like to thank all the staff, and indeed Tony, who have helped you along the way. So sincere thanks to all the staff again. You graduate today knowing that you have a good education, knowing you have a respected qualification, which is recognised by employers worldwide. We develop our programmes with industry, with communities, with state agencies and with others. You will benefit from this, as will your families and communities. Indeed, the economy and the state that we live in will be changed and shaped by you as well. You're emerging into an economy that has improved immensely since the time that you entered LIT. In fact, on Tuesday morning, as Tony has pointed out, the IrishJobs.ie Jobs Index showed Limerick to be outperforming every other region in the country in terms of new job vacancies, with a 43% increase in job vacancies in the third quarter of the year compared to the same period last year. That is quite a performance. And this is due to employers such as Northern Trust and Regeneron expanding their operations. This is good news, of course, for all of you. And when you look at those figures, what is underpinning them? LIT is a major factor in that. Companies invest when there are graduates available in the areas they need them in. And that's what we do, provide graduates to those companies. And one of our hallmarks is that we are plugged into all those industries. We deliver the kind of education that employers want. You, the graduates, can hit the ground running. You have the skills to begin making a difference in the workplace right away. About 9 out of 10 people graduating from LIT last year went directly into paid employment or into further education. And the prospects awaiting you now are better than those that have awaited many of the graduates in the classes that went before you in recent times. This region, the city region of Limerick, expanding out from Tipperary and Clare, has entered into a virtuous cycle where investors come here to capitalise on the assets the region has, chief amongst them being the supply of highly qualified graduates like yourselves. Recent FDI announcements highlighted this factor as the main determinant of their decision to come to Ireland. Not taxation, which helps, the availability of skilled labour. And of course, the more they invest, the more economic activity increases and the more jobs are created. The work you will do in your careers will help give rise to further employment. I am very pleased that, as Pascal has pointed out, we in LIT have been successful in having 34 million promised to us by the Department of Education and Skills this year. I'm going to say it again because I love that number. 34 million promised to us by the Department of Education and Skills for 2 new major capital projects. Our new 14 million engineering-focused campus at Coona and our new 20 million science and IT building here in Moylish. These 2 projects are transformative for LIT and are hugely significant for this region. When you couple this to the new Northern Distributor Road, which is happening up at Coona, beginning at Coona campus and terminating at the National Technology Park in Plassey, this is Limerick's knowledge corridor. This is where future investment will take place along that road. These are all developments which will really keep and help to keep that virtuous cycle going. They will help to keep the economy developing, and they will help to sustain the jobs which will underpin many of your careers. They will do this by allowing us to do more of what we do best: collaborating, sharing knowledge and experience to create a better region. By sharing knowledge, by developing new ways of researching, we will be able to ensure that more industry will want to locate here and that more employers will stay here. I think the benefit of these government decisions will be felt for quite some time to come, and the investment the state is making in us will pay off in spades. Of course, as I reflect on the year, other positive developments come to mind of the past year. I'm talking about LIT's nascent role as a leading institute in the country for both traditional and new higher education apprenticeships. We believe that this model of learning, which can be applied in areas from finance to aviation to engineering to the built environment and the creative sector, has huge possibilities for individuals and employers. It means that people can earn as they learn, and their education will cover all relevant aspects of the skills as well as the knowledge they need for the industry they will work in. And this model has been very prevalent in successful countries like Germany for many, many years. And we in LIT intend to have programmes at apprenticeship level from level 6 right up to level 9 master's degree trot through this new higher education model. Of course, many of the graduates here also go on to postgraduate study. We have over at the moment 100 people doing research postgraduates in a large number of areas. This year, in fact, sees the first cohort of PhD graduates being conferred under the Federated Limerick Graduate School, or FLAGS for short. A collaboration between UL, Mary Immaculate College and LIT, which emerged from our cooperation as sister institutes under the regional cluster, the Shannon Consortium, uniquely in the country, working together for the benefit of the region. Not only that, we were currently supporting over 100 entrepreneurs in their businesses, because at each of our educational campuses, we have also located an enterprise centre. And many of those businesses that are in our enterprise centres get support through Enterprise Ireland and other agencies. Now, while all this is very positive, there is a but. And it's a big but. While the deficit in capital funding that the Institute technology sector has experienced for nigh on a decade is finally starting to be addressed, this is only half the picture. The other half is how we keep funding higher education in such a way that it develops, but also that people from right across our society can access it. There is no point in funding new buildings, new facilities, if we make higher education less accessible to people. To make the state's investment in our infrastructure work, we need people to use that infrastructure. We need people to learn and to develop in that infrastructure. Higher education must be accessible to those who would derive benefit from it. That is the question that continues to rear its head at the Oireachtas Committee considers the Cassell's report, which is an examination of options for funding higher education into the future. Briefly, the backdrop to the Cassell's report is large numbers of younger people and somewhat older people than ever before in the history of the state are looking for higher education. And the more jobs that are being created are requiring higher education qualifications. And what that means is that more people have more demands on Irish higher education. This in turn means that more funding will be required because the funding that is available at the moment cannot sustain the demand coming down the tracks at us. This is what a funding crisis looks like. We have one in Ireland, and it's pretty stark. Cassell's found that the system in Ireland needed investment of €1 billion over the next 15 years, above and beyond current funding. And that's just to get back to the standards that we had in 2008. The Cassell's report came up with 3 options to fund students into the future. But for me, there is only one critical point for the Cassell's report. The outcome must ensure increased access to higher education and not lead to a decrease in that access. Because this is what we all need. Now, I'm not sure how many of you graduating here today would have had to think twice about going to college if you knew that you would have to repay a loan for fees, a loan which would probably cost in the tens of thousands and take you years to pay back. And this is one of the options the report proposes, quite heavily, for consideration. There are people here today who would not be here if we had fees and an income contingent loan system to pay for them. And that tells me that such a system has the potential to reduce access by removing the ability of some people to get into higher education. I don't want that, and I don't think the country needs that. This system of income contingent loans is what operates now in England, and all the latest research says that access is starting to go backwards. In fact, recent reports over there from London Economics and the Institute of Fiscal Studies have made findings that we need to pay heed to. And I'm worried that if we start to fund higher education solely on the reintroduction of fees alongside an income contingent loan system in Ireland, it will serve neither individuals nor the country, because it will discriminate against those who simply do not want to take on large debts at the very start of their careers. It will reduce net earnings for professionals, for graduates like yourselves. It will make certain professions, including the caring professions, less attractive. And it will discriminate against parents who take time to have children or to rear them. If we can see that the UK has made mistakes and is storing problems for itself, why should we in Ireland make the same mistakes and store up the same problems? Now, I'm not saying that loans haven't a role to play in funding education. We all know, and you up there know particularly, credit unions and banks have been funding higher education for a long time. What I am saying, though, is that introducing fees with a loan system to blanket fund students means that you are fundamentally rebalancing the financing of higher education in Ireland from the state to the private realm. It is starting to make the education you have received into a commodity rather than a right. Now, graduates tend to have a lower use of the state's medical facilities. They tend to earn more and pay more tax. They tend to require less social and housing supports. They are more likely to generate employment. In short, higher education is a win-win for the state, and it should be treated as such. The new economy demands highly skilled workers, and we do need to fund quality teaching and learning. This is imperative after years of erosion, where we saw student numbers, such as yourself, increase by 34% in 7 years, while core staffing dropped by 12%. Whatever happens, we cannot afford to leave people behind. Nobody, the state particularly, can afford that. If someone gets a higher education, whether it's an apprenticeship, a level 6, a level 7, a level 8, this brings huge benefits to society. It's transformative for certain cohorts of society, but the point is that it is society, our society, that is the big winner overall with higher education, rather than just the individual. And there are forces at play in this country that like to show that it's the individual is the real beneficiary of higher education. Of course they are. You're sitting here, you didn't come here for nothing. But the state, the society, is ultimately the bigger winner. So we're at a crucial point in the future direction of this entire system. And the decisions made now will have huge implications for all of us. I'm nearly there. My rant is almost complete. But I'm going to leave you with a story. Everybody here in the front rows have a story. Poignant stories. Personal stories. And I'm going to tell you a story about a student we're going to call Patrick. Now, Patrick hadn't the opportunity after secondary school to go to higher education. But it didn't really hold him back. He worked as a truck driver, as his father had before him. He married and had 3 children with his wife, and they built a life together. But there was something there, some unfulfilled ambition, some feeling that he could do more. So when circumstances allowed, Patrick sat down with his wife, Margaret, and decided to come back to college. This is a working man with a wife and 3 children. He came to college here in LIT with the benefit of a state grant. Now, if there had been a loan system in place, how would he have done this? Given up his job to go back to college with a mortgage and 3 children? Who in their right mind is going to give that man a loan to come to college? Because you don't give them a loan. You give the man a grant. And his family, his community, our society reaps the benefit. That's what I mean when I say that access is important and we all benefit from it. But back to Patrick. Patrick commuted from Thurles to Moylish on a daily basis. He studied hard, never missed an assignment, never missed a deadline, never missed a class, like yourselves. He got through. He got through. And that Patrick actually exists. And that Patrick is graduating in LIT today. Not this session, but a later session. Yeah, why not? But that story is from a sea of stories in this front row. Because this place, LIT, is ultimately about people. Funding systems should be about people as well. So today is about your celebration and your reward. You have all done it. You have all made it through. Everyone here in LIT wishes you all the very best in life for the years ahead. We hope you remember us fondly, and please stay in touch with us through our alumni organisation. Congratulations from the heart to all of you. Gura míle maith agat. and I hope you've had the time of your lives.
Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, we've come now to the end of the conferring ceremony, and I'd just like to thank you all for your participation in the ceremony this morning. The official photographers are located outside on the main, what we call the street, the main concourse outside. After the event here, you're invited to join us for some light refreshments in the Green Rooms restaurant down here. The graduates, you know where to go. So if you could bring your guests with you, and there'll be some light refreshments. I now declare this conferring ceremony closed. Please stand for the academic procession.